Hey there, happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday. Well, it's Tuesday, it's 7 o'clock, and this is the Kibibi Ajanku Art Show, and I want to welcome you into the house. Yeah, it's that time. It's that time. We're going to chit chat a little while. Tonight, I have something special for you. I envision this art shop as an opportunity to come virtually into a museum art gallery. And I envision this art shop as the stop you would make at the store where you could find interesting merchandise. You might find any kind of consideration of interesting things. Maybe it might be exhibition catalogs, or maybe it might be artwork, or maybe it might be prints of artwork, or jewelry, or scarves, or any kind of interesting artistic item. And that's what this art shop is, except the advantage is that we can come to you virtually. The advantage is that I don't have to see you face to face, although I would like to. The advantage is that we don't have to schlep anything from state to state or across vans or whatever. We're just right here, right in your living room, right? While you're enjoying a delicious drink or a soothing cup of tea or a delicious meal. And the Kibibi Ajanku Art Shop. So I'm just really happy to kind of be here. We're going to chat a little while and get some people in the building. I'm telling you, this is some kind of environment that we're in. So many crazy things are happening. And we need artists to tell a story that is going to bring us joy. We need artists to tell a story that's going to bring us calm and peace. We need artists to tell a story that's going to allow us to have words across difficulty, words and feelings across confusion. That's what we do as artists. We make beautiful things. We make music with our and melodies with our creativity. You're going to hear a lot more about that in a little bit. Yeah. Well, let's see what I got for you. What do I have for you? A few things. Let me go back. Yeah. So, like I said, I promised tonight that we'd have some exciting guests. I am a curator as well as an artist. And so, with that, I invite artists, art ways, artwork, and beautiful energy into a small gallery in Fells Point in Baltimore, Maryland. If you've never been there, make sure you stop through. Well, the current exhibition that is up is entitled Melancholy in the Music. And Karen Buster and Tracy Connor are the featured artists. Their work is up on the walls in the gallery, and they're here with me tonight. So, in a few minutes, I'm going to bring them onto the screen so they can talk about their art and they can talk about who they do and they can talk about why they do what they do. Yeah. So, again, this is the Kibibi Ajanku Art Shop. There are a few rules of the rules of engagement, if you will, because we do sell items through the day and through the evening. Uh, all you'll have to do, what you have to know is how to order if you see something later on that you like. How do you order? You're going to place the item number. You'll see a screen with with a beautiful object and an item number. You'll place that item number and the word sold in the comment stream. And then you'll be sure to inbox your email and shipping address. You're going to direct message me your email and shipping address so that we can get to you. And unlike other weeks, tonight you will get a PayPal invoice directly from the artists. And then you will be allowed a $15 per package flat rate shipping. Now, the nice thing about that flat rate shipping is you can maybe buy more than one item, 2, 3, 4, however many things can fit into one package safely. That will be that $115 per package rate. If you have so many items that you require, or different shaped items, and you require more than one package, then of course you would have to be charged for that. But this is the best way and the best deal that we can give you on shipping. So again, what you're going to do is place your item number and the word sold in the comment stream. You're going to be sure to inbox your email address and shipping address, and I'll share that with the artist so that they can get you your invoice as quickly as possible and get your work out to you as quickly as possible. And that flat rate shipping charge will be just $15 per package. Yeah. $15 per package. Very easy. So you'll see that kind of scrolling along in the ticker at the bottom of the screen, so you will know what to do throughout the evening. Yeah. All right. So again, we're going to get on back to business. I don't want to keep you too long. Yeah. So if you're looking for more about what I do and how I work, you can find that information on my website at kibibiajanku.com. You can also find an art shop there. So if you're looking for my work, you can find it there. But tonight is all about our artist. It's all about Karen Y. Buster. It's all about Tracy M. Connor and the exhibition entitled Melancholy in the Music. Let's see. How are we going to get there? We're going to get there through the many portals. We're time traveling tonight, folks. We're not staying in one place. We're not staying in one kind of way of working. We're not staying in one energy. We're moving through portals. We're moving through time and space. Because as human beings, we are fluid. We have our own superpowers. These portals are going to get us there tonight. This one is the beginning. Our portals tonight are indigo. Now, this night is not about me, but this is a little bit of my work to take you into melancholy in the music, the gateway to heaven, the portal. And then, before you know it, you're right there at melancholy in the music. Oh my goodness. What is melancholy in the music? I mean, the words sound nice. The words sound amazing. The words sound intriguing, I would hope. The words call you in. The words want you to think deeply. What is melancholy in the music? Well, when the characteristics of the music itself combine with life's details, with life's memories, with life's images, or even life's emotions, we don't always know what that's going to bring us to. With the details of these last few years, sometimes we get on the edge of sadness. But we're not going to call it sadness. We're going to call it melancholy because there are many layers to that melancholy. And if you are really in tune with your soul, in tune with yourself, in tune with the world around you, you will know that there's some music that's calling you. Sometimes it wants you to be contemplative. Sometimes there's joy seating right below it. Sometimes it has an eye towards social justice and a call to action. But there's always some kind of music playing. That's what this exhibition, Melancholy in the Music, is about. And that's what the work of Karen Wybuster and Tracy M. Connor is talking about in this exhibition. Their work is talking to each other. Their work is having a conversation on the walls, and it's shown in the gallery. Again, I'm going to pull up this poster for the exhibition. It's at the Frederick Douglass Isaac Myers Gallery in Fells Point. This exhibition started in March of 2022. I'm not showing this too well. And it will be up until this Friday. The gallery is open on weekdays from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. So if you'd like more information about that, feel free to contact me on my Facebook page and I'll let you know all you need to know. Right? All right. And with that, I'm going to welcome our artists into the stream. Ladies, are you ready? Here we go. 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 I need to get rid of that banner. There we go. I just have you. Can I hear you? Is your sound working?
Hello. Hi, Kibibi. Thank you for having us. Can you hear us?
We can hear you. I can hear you really well.
Perfect.
And I'm so excited. You know, you're my this is my second set of shows, and you are my second guest into the art shop. And so I'm really excited to have you here. I've been really excited to work with you over these months and to have your artwork featured in the gallery. Um, I guess on many places, so many people explain for the artist, curators explain for the artist, people, they want to talk about you. I want you, this isn't a night about social justice, so I'm going to keep that theme going, and I want you all to self-identify. You know, I'm so intrigued. Yeah, that's the way it rolls. That's the way we roll these days. You got to talk about self-identifying, you know? And so we're going to self-identify. I know that for many reasons, like for Karen Whitebuster, your work intrigues me. You talk about what brought you to the work and how you see in negative space and in black and white. And Tracy, you talk about your photography and this grayscale work, and that's why I wanted your work to talk to each other, because it just seemed to me that that was a perfect match, right?
Correct.
So I'm just gonna kind of move out of the way and let you all talk about yourselves, if you will.
Sure. Okay. Well, thank you so much for having me on the show, Kabibi, and also for curating an awesome, my first exhibition, and it is dearest and will always be dearest to my heart. And I hope everyone can come out and see it before it comes down. So I just want to introduce myself again as Tracy M. Connor. I am a photographer, and I also can be referenced as Tracy Marlene Photography. One of the things that I just want to share is that I would say in the last 5 years, I committed to the swing when it comes to photography. There are a lot of creative paths that I explored, and I think every piece and part of my journey, to include when I was a child, I was allowed to create, I was allowed to explore. My grandmother had a piano that I played, and I never had piano lessons. I would just sit there and play. She allowed me to explore my creative. And once I met my first creative, I realized there was other creatives inside of me that I started meeting along the way. And before you knew it, yes.
So that is what the swing is. The swing is allowing yourself to explore all of the creatives inside of you and move between one and the next and the other. Is that what
Well,
the swing is for our listeners?
it's actually an excellent question, because what I will say is once you start meeting the creatives, committing to the swing means that particular creative process. In my instance, is photography. I'm committing to the swing. I'm going all in. I'm studying. I'm investing my heart, my soul, every part of me to that creative that I found inside of me. So that's committing to the swing. That expression is present in sports. A golfer commits to the swing, your body, your stance, the bend of your arm. A basketball player commits to the swing. An
Mm,
artist using a paintbrush. There's
mm.
a wrist position. There's a follow through. There's a way to dab the paint palette. So when I say commit to the swing, I'm saying I'm constantly reinventing myself, and I feel good about that. But when it came to the photography, me being in this exhibition, the images that I selected are because this creative that I found in my soul has allowed me to commit to the swing. I want to do it forever.
This is amazing. This is good. This is why we do what we do. What
Yeah.
about you? Do you feel like you also are committed to the swing, Karen Y. Buster? I mean, you started as a t-shirt artist, and I mean, there's a
Perfect.
ooh, that's a dive. You've been
Mm-hmm.
diving for a long time.
I've been diving over 40 years of diving, and my commitment started out as a t-shirt artist, which introduced me to my style of work. It allowed me to separate my my style of work in terms of I do something where I actually see negatives and positive spaces. And when somebody says this, what are you talking about? As a child, and I would look at the film. Um, I didn't look at the photographs because to me, the film had both negative and positive spaces, and it allowed my mind to go into just those negatives to try and see what was on the other side of it. So, from childhood to adult, I am still looking at things to see what's on the other side of it.
Mm. That's a different kind of way to swing. That's a deep dive and coming up on the other side. That's some good stuff. That's some good stuff. Do you remember that do you know how far we go back?
A good little
A
ways.
good little
Good
ways.
little
We both
ways.
went to the same high school,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we both went to Walbrook Senior High School when it
All
was
senior
Walbrook
high.
Senior High School. That's right. That's right. We both grew up in the same area of Baltimore City, so
Correct.
we can kind of swinging, circling, and deep diving in different circles and same circles,
Yes.
spinning around for quite a while. Hey, let's take a minute and kind of there are a couple people in the room. Let's speak. Let's see who's in here. Hey, Mr. Masak, I miss you too. You and your family. Yep, yep. We danced at his wedding.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
wow.
Yep. Who else is in the house? Carolyn Johnson is in the house. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Definitely.
Good evening.
And we've got William Jones in the house. Hey there.
Hello.
Hey, Mr. Jones. There you go. So, and Carolyn Johnson saying you attended Walbrook in 1971, just yesterday. Yeah, that's some good stuff. That's some good stuff. We are the people, the warriors, right?
Correct.
Or we're the warriors. Yeah. So, yeah, if anybody is out there, come on, give us a shout out. Tell us how you're feeling. Tell us where you're coming from. We are again at the Kibibi Ajanku Art Shop. We are talking to Karen Y. Buster and Tracy M. Connor, and we are talking about the exhibition Melancholy in the Music. Yeah. For those of you who wanted to come or are still considering coming, here's just a little bit of footage from that exhibition artist reception. Hey, I was having flashbacks. We had
Thanks
a
for that.
good time.
Definitely.
Oh my gosh, we had such a good time that evening.
Yes.
So, if you can, that exhibition will be up through the end of the week,
Correct.
10 a.m. to 4 p.m. in Fells Point. That's 1417 Thames Street. If you'd like more information about it, just feel free to inbox me and I will get you all of the information you need. Oh my goodness. We've got artists in the house. Oh my goodness. We've got Karen Y. Buster and Tracy M. Connor in the house. Oh my goodness. We're talking about melancholy in the music tonight. What is melancholy in the music? You say, I'm going to go ahead and put this first slide up here because while I talk about a little more about the exhibition, right? While I talk a little bit more about the exhibition, I want to read a little bit more about it, right? Take the journey. This exhibition is to be experienced.
Oh. Oh no.
Popped off.
Well, everyone, I don't know if you can hear us, but if you can, it seems like we lost connectivity. Just in case the show is running, and you can hear.
Well, I think Karen and Tracy are having a little bit of technical problems. I'm going to keep on talking about this exhibition. I think if you can hear me, Um, we will wait. I'm sure you know the technical gremlins. You know how it is. We just when we think we have control of all this tech, it tells us to it controls us. So I'm sure that they're going to be back on in a minute, but I'm going to go ahead. Take the journey. This exhibition is to be experienced through the beauty and simplicity of each artist's signature elements. Karen Y. Buster's black and white print work and Tracy M. Connor's grayscale photographic images. Together, the work becomes more than inanimate objects, as it literally seems to communicate throughout the gallery from wall to wall. The work is the music, telling a story that is dignified, that is earthy, and even a bit melancholy. These last couple of years have been woven through and through with uncertainty, and it seems like that uncertainty does not stop. It seems like we're surrounded by uncertainty. But what we would want you to remember is that there is music in all of this uncertainty. If we just train our ears, if we just figure out how to dig deep inside and listen, we can find the music. And the music, although it may be melancholy, it does not have to take us down. It does not have to bring us out. It does not have to woo, take us diving into the conundrum of it all. The conundrum has been deep and far reaching. For many, the music has been a life raft inside of choppy, emotional waters. I found myself listening. I know I did. I found myself listening to slower tunes and ballads as I contemplated the world around me over these past 2 years. Whew, there's been so much death and dying. Oh, there have been so much protests and precaution. And in spite of it all, there's been optimism. Are the slower tunes and ballads melancholy? Are they wistful? Are they moody? Are they pensive as opposed to sorrowful? I submit that the notes that you'll feel as you look at this artwork this evening, are the notes in the music, and they come together as a narrative. And I compare the variety and the vastness of the notes to the images that take shape in this artwork that you will experience this evening. Melancholy in the music, or is it music in the melancholy? Let's check it out. Let's see. Let's see. First, we have this one piece right here. Ladies, do you want to talk about this piece? And because this is a collaboration.
Correct.
Yes, it is. It is. Okay, so let me just start by saying that the artwork is actually the patterns was cut by hand by Karen. Many of you may or may not be familiar with her work, but this was actually a pattern that she cut. And the photography in the background is a shot that I took at the on the National Mall during the George Floyd protest. So that's an actual photograph that moved me because I saw someone holding up a flyer in Washington, D.C. that had an image of George Floyd on it that said, "I can't breathe." And I found that it fused with this image named
Melancholy in music. The one thing that I can say is when we came together with this piece, if you notice, one of the things that you see are the eyes. The eyes are the windows to the soul. The soul is something that has allowed that person to just breathe through what's going on. You know, it's the airflow. It's just breathing. It's the music of your body releasing and inhaling and exhaling what it is that you are seeing. Some of the things that you were seeing were beautiful, but then some of the things that you were seeing were horrible. So you have to be able to breathe through that. And then this collaboration is how we did that. Our marriage of black and white, our marriage of grayscales that brought our pieces together to make this one piece.
Yes. So I thought it was a wonderful way to pair two concepts and to allow a statement as strong and political as it may have been to be something that we fused into a piece of art to really express how we can see through our eyes some of the pain, some of the power that's going on in terms of the movements that are happening, even capturing the mass. That mass says for my photography that we was during, this shot was taken during a pandemic. You know, it was a social justice march going on. I'm standing on the National Mall. Karen is cutting, you know, patterns that can be used as a portal for us to be able to see what was happening in the background.
Yeah, that's that piece is very, very, very powerful. Very powerful. We've got some more people in here. Timothy Ham. Hey, from the Bay Area. How you doing? Hey, family.
Hey, Mr. Ham.
Uh-huh. Hey there.
Hello, Mr. Jones.
All the love, all the
Thank
love.
you.
Yeah. Ah,
Good.
Thank you. Thank you.
thank you very much. Hey there. Hey there. I'm so glad you found me too. How you doing, Mama Churl? Yeah. Okay. Just sending some shout outs. Yes. Melancholy in the Music is the audio for the artists.
Well put.
Uh-huh. That's the way to that's there
No.
it is. Larry Pancho Brown. Boom. 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 Thank you. Thank you, Mama Churl. Thank you. Thank you. So we're gonna get on back at it. We are going to get on back at it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We're going to get back at it. I'm going to show some of your artwork and I'm going to show it in. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. So, what we're going to do now is I'm going to invite each one of you to talk about a series. This is a small selection of some of the work that is shown in the gallery. Now, each one of these pieces coming up is uh, coming up is for sale. You can again put the item number and the word sold in the comment stream, just as a reminder. You will, if you've never bought from this show before, inbox your email address and your shipping address. That's going to come to my DM. But what you will get is a PayPal invoice from the artists tonight. So Karen and Tracy will send you their own PayPal invoice, and all of the financial details will be dealt with straight to and from them. We are offering a flat rate shipping fee of $15 per package tonight. So without further ado, I'm going to bring Tracy M. Connor on the screen. And without further ado, I'm going to add her artwork to the screen.
Um, can I speak? Okay, so if not sure what happened to Kibibi.
I am here. I'm just
Oh,
I'm
perfect.
here. I just took myself off the screen so that everyone can focus on you, your
Understood.
amazing artwork and you can talk about it. So I'm right here. I have not disappeared
Okay.
and I will not leave you hanging. If you need me, I am right here. If I need you, I am right here.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, everybody. So, this particular image was taken in New Orleans 2020 during Mardi Gras. In fact, it was 1 month before the pandemic. But what was so powerful about it was the drum lines, the marching bands, the music, the street energy, and this particular shot was probably one of my favorites because you could not stand in the street while the marching bands was coming down. And as this band went into a position to freeze, as you can see their legs spread apart, I did step into the street. I had 1 second to get the shot and I got out of the way. And boy, did he give it to me. So I love this shot for that reason. I didn't have a whole lot of thought that I could put into it, not a lot of prep time, but I was committed to the swing. I wanted that shot, and that's how this shot became so moving for me.
And you got that shot. You definitely got that shot. So if you are interested in drumline, you're going to put item number 6 and the word sold in the comment stream. It is a 36 by 24 image, and the price is $275. This photograph is printed on canvas, and it is really quite beautiful. This grayscale work is really, really quite beautiful. We're going to move on along so that we don't run out of time. Our next item, again, number 7. Tracy, talk about what we're seeing here.
Sure, I will. I just want to make a small correction. That is in 18 by 24 on canvas at
Oh,
175. Yes, at 175.
so my notes that I got from you guys say 8. It's 36 by 24. So I may be wrong on all of them. So
No,
I'm going
that's Karen's work.
to,
That's
okay, I'm going to rely on you to do the sizes then, because
I will.
it seems like my notes are, I must have pulled them incorrectly. So I'm going to rely on you to do
Yes.
the sizes. But what I will say is that this is $275, and it is a beautiful print. So there you go.
Okay, so this is an 1824 G clay on canvas, and it is Gary Richardson, a bassist out of Maryland. He's amazing. But I chose this picture again because of the music infusion in the theme. However, I had a conversation with Gary, and he described the bass as he would embrace a woman. And as he holds the bass, it is as he would embrace a woman. So for me, this image became so powerful because I understood not just the music in it and the connection to how powerful music is to us. He actually humanized it for me, the bass.
Item
That's
number 7. Item number 7, and the word sold. And for $275, you can have Gary Richardson. And Gary is an amazing bassist.
yes,
He is an amazing bassist. He has been carrying that bass around lovingly for almost as long as I've known him, and I think I've known him about 40 years. He really literally makes that instrument come to life. And so and that bass is its own melancholy. It's its own music as well. So
Yes,
yeah.
thank you for that, Kibibi. And again, let me just reiterate, that's a 18 by 24 on canvas G clay at 175.
And all of this work will come to you signed.
Yes. The next piece, tromboning. This shot, for me, it really again marked the energy that goes into how I feel. I felt this shot when I took it because this trombone player was blowing his heart out. It was a birthday party. I was hired to shoot, and it was a New Orleans style theme. There was parties, there was masks going on, and I just really was mesmerized by the sound and the vibration that came out of that trombone. And if you see his hand sliding, I caught the blur. So for me, tromboning, it moved me. It just moved me hearing that sound.
And it makes you feel like you are in New Orleans. You cannot hear that brass in the way that you hear it in Nolens.
Yeah.
You can't hear it any other way in the world. Other people copy it, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
And so you see those young folk coming up, just handling that brass in that way, making the soul come through it in a different kind of way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Melancholy in the music.
Yeah. So again, that's 18 by 24 G clay on canvas, 175.
Number 8 in the word soul.
Number 8 in the word soul. Yes, empowered by him. This is 24 by 18. In fact, all of the images I'll talk about are that same dimension, 18 by 24 or 24 by 18 at 175 G clay on canvas. This was actually the march on Washington, D.C., and this kid in this photo, for me, moved me such that he was watching. I don't know if that's his father, his uncle, his brother, but it's some Black man that his eyes are on. And there's a flag in the background saying Black Lives Matter. So we understand the narrative and the energy in this photo. But I felt like our ability to make a noise around what was going on in our social biome, if you will. And I say that our inner, the inside of us, what was rumbling socially, we had a child in the midst of it, and I saw him. And I'm just grateful to know that he was there and I captured it. And I'm grateful to be able to share that with you as well.
Again, place the item number and the word sold in the comment stream. Make sure that you have already inboxed your email address and your shipping address. And what is the price for that piece again, Tracy?
175, 24
175?
by 18 G clay on canvas.
And it is signed. It will come to you signed.
Yes, it will come to you signed.
Yes, right?
Yes.
And your next piece?
So this piece was entitled Shepherd. And one of the things, I actually shot this, it was a live church service. And that's Dr. Jazz. She's a pastor for Victory Grace Center. And I just felt the power of being still, of how she was speaking, and it was almost like the sweet smell of silence, and finding that kind of power and energy when all of the noise is going and knowing how to turn it off. I felt that I wanted to share that in this photo, that there was something so powerful about just stopping and being still for a minute.
You know, she does look like, I know you say she was speaking, but it looks like she is, that melody is coming out of her, and she is at that pause as she takes a breath to go into the next chorus of a song. And it that stillness, I see that in the image, you know, but it does, I feel melody in it as well.
Yes.
Number 10, and the word sold in the comment stream. Yes. And next we have
Inline. So this app actually is one image that says so much. It has so much to say. One, it was early COVID where we had to stand online to go in the supermarket, and masks were fascinating me. There was no more weddings or parties. So I took my camera with me, and I found that I just started shooting how odd it was that everyone had masks on, and we were standing in line to go in the supermarket. The world had changed, and I still had my camera. So I had to still shoot. And this image in particular, that mask that is on the artist Karen Y. Buster's face was actually created very early COVID by Kibibi Ajanku. The fabric and the colors of that mask made that actual mask one of my favorite that I still have when we started realizing we had to commit, okay, to wearing face coverings and protect ourselves. So I thank you for that, Kabibi, because it was your way of using your fabrics to protect your sisters and your family.
That's
And
right.
I captured it in a photo. It also speaks to where we were and that we still, okay, will use our fabrics and our cloths and our coverings to protect us as we navigate the melancholy in the music.
That's right. You find that music through any kind
Yeah,
of way you can. And
yeah,
sometimes it is in the way we adorn ourselves, even through difficulties.
yes.
Even through difficulties. Yeah, so that brings me to the end of your pieces, right? That brings me to the end of your pieces. And for any of you who did not see or get a whiff of that exhibition reception, I think it's worth bringing it back again.
Yes.
Hey there.
Hey
So,
there, hey there. You know, I was listening to that music and I was over here just jumping. I'm like, wait, calm down, calm. So it just goes to show and say that whole the music vibe, back to melancholy and the music, it still comes in later on. You know, it still comes in. I found myself just jumping to it. So it worked.
that's right. It always works. It always works. There's music in everything, in every place,
Correct,
and
correct.
also in your art.
Ah,
All right. So, not only did we have artwork by Tracy M. Connor as part of Melancholy in the Music, but also Karen Y. Buster.
correct. Ah, spirituality. Excuse me. This is one of my favorite pieces. You know, it things happen and you create from. I create from happenings, and I can kind of like tie them together with other things. Spirituality actually came out of a blessing of a heart attack,
Mm,
and at 38 years old. But in today's world, what was going on in terms of the protests and just all the things that are happening in the world, you know, you have to be spiritually sound.
hmm
So, um, you know, you find yourself asking, why is this going on? What is it can I do? How can I come up out of this? What
hmm
can happen? What do you see when you look at it? How does it relate to you? How does it come back to your world? what can it do to enlighten you and lift you and make you feel better and understand that there is something that's going to bring us up out of this. So spirituality, even though it was done in the past, is still here and it will go on to the future.
That's right. That's right. And the flow and the energy of just moving down to your knees for prayer, right? And
Correct.
and receiving, opening yourself to receive whatever comes through you spiritually. That's music too.
It is.
That's music.
It
Yeah.
is.
So if you're interested in spirituality, you want to put the item number and the word sold in the comment stream, and spirituality will be coming to you. And tell us the price and the size, Karen.
The price of this piece is $275. The size of this piece is 18 by 40.
Uh-huh. That's a nice long piece. Yeah. And William Jones, thank you, Mr. Jones.
Thank you, Mr. Jones.
Sold is coming your way. So you will have in line coming to you. Thank you very much. It is yours this evening.
One of my favorite folks.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Jones.
Let's see what I can do here. All right. So we're going to go from number 12 to item number 13. Tell us about this piece, please.
This piece is called Born Ready. Born
It's
Ready.
strong. That thing is strong.
Yeah, it's 24 by 36 in size, and it speaks volumes. You know, we are born ready. We are born ready to deal with whatever we need by any means necessary. You know, it can be, it's just, it allows you to see, you know, I'm not the one. And when we're in a time in our lives right now where we are speaking up, we are speaking loud, we are speaking volume, we are speaking differently, and speaking to me with even more compassion. Because
Mhm.
when I look at this piece, I actually think about the youth, because it's a different plane from the 60s with Dr. King. It's a different kind of feeling now in terms of how young people see this whole spectrum of what's going on in the world. Um, and not that I can advocate violence. It's not that. It's just to say we are ready for anything that comes in our direction. And Born Ready says that, you know, there's a common spirit about the person, about the image, but in the same light, it makes you say, well, should I or shouldn't I? So Born Ready, 24 by 36 in size, GK on canvas as well. Each of my pieces are signed and numbered. I do a total of 100 pieces in my edition size. And I got to backtrack because I just really realized I missed the sizing on spirituality. It is 24 by 36 in size. So all my pieces are 24 by 36 in size.
All right. And this does have a gun, and we have a lot of conversation about guns and right now but what's missing from the conversation is the responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
What's missing from the conversation is that is the discipline. What's missing from the conversation is that spirituality. So that one piece takes us into this piece. And it is, for me, not a symbol of violence, but a symbol of standing strong, a symbol of social justice, a symbol of power to the people, if you will, but not a symbol of random violence. I
Correct.
don't get that. I get a flow through that piece. Again, melancholy in the music. Hmm.
You just brought that up. It's understood quietly but powerfully. Powerfully. Black Black Lives Matter too. Again, it was a way for me to bring my images and my characters and my style of work into one play to consciously say where we are and what's going on now and how we feel. And it's just a conglomeration of men, women, children. Those people can be anybody that you want them to be. There are no faces. There are no features for you to know who's who and what's what. Because I want you to look at it and see yourself. I want you to look at it and see your son. I want you to look at it and see your daughter, your mother, your father. You know, but everybody's on one accord, just like the music on
Just
one
like the
accord.
music, on one accord. And just like the music, all of the differences weaving together and making beauty, right?
Correct.
Yep. So for this piece and the last, they are $275. And the size again, please.
This piece is 24 by 36.
That's
24 in width, 36 in height.
And these works are limited edition prints. They come to you signed
And numbered. And they're actually on canvas.
on canvas, signed and numbered. That is number 4. And that is entitled
Black Lives Matter 2. Together we can do anything.
Anything.
We can do anything together. We can dance together. We can love together. You will be my daddy. I will be your daughter. You will be my protector. You will hold me. You will cover me. You will keep me. You will protect me. Something so simple can be very, very complex, and something complex can be very, very simple. This brother is on one leg. And if you look at it, what happens is, even though the child is not even looking at the father, it's one leg. So it's almost like a combination of feeling that I'm doing what you're doing. We're dancing together. So together we can do anything. This is a 36 in width by 24 piece. Signing number again. And here's your music. Here's your movement. You can see them moving. You can see something as protective as the two fingers just holding. I mean, I used to hold my niece like that when I walked her around, and she's 34 now. So that was another part of me taking it back in terms of, I called it the football hole, because that's how I carried it around, like a football. But she loved it. And this child loves it as well.
That is a fat, happy baby. You can see those rolls in the thigh. Look at that fat, happy baby, right? And all of that trust. There's so much melody and in that movement of trust and energy. Yeah. Forward
Correct.
motion. So I know I might be wearing you all out with that melody in the music. But what I want to bring home is that there's music in everything. There's joy in everything. And with the confusion that is around, we are the joy and we are the music as well. The cost on this piece again is
$275.
$275. These are limited edition prints.
Correct.
Our prints, they will the value of them will go up. It will not go down. It will go up. These are limited edition. You have to get them now because they will at some point in time not be available. There is an edition of just 100.
Correct.
So make sure you don't sleep. You don't miss. Next up we have
Praise Jump. My favorite music is gospel.
Mm-hmm.
I listen to gospel at the damnedest times. I listen to gospel driving into work. I listen to gospel when I'm at work. It gives me peace of mind.
Mm-hmm.
I go back and I think about the spiritual side of what happens in terms of what am I hearing. And if I'm down, it picks me up, you know. Now, don't get me wrong. I will never be in that position. I'm not that flexible. Maybe you are. But in my mind, I
There was
jump.
a day when I was.
So praise jump is doing what she does, and you know, it allows me to bring my patterns into the work. It allows my patterns to move the piece. It allows her to fall into the patterns of the pieces themselves. And you know, her hands are open for whatever it is that needs to happen, whatever it is I need to receive, whatever it is that you want to give me. So
And
I'm open for the knowledge of this praise.
that's right. Look at that movement, though. Look at that movement. Her muscles are taut because she is in motion. You can see the movement in that picture.
Correct.
Her face is focused. Her ups are amazing. And her stride is amazing as well. Yeah. Praise jump. Praise jump. Number 16. And
Which
the word
is
soul.
24 by 36. Signed and numbered
24
Clay
36. Signed and numbered G. Clay
on canvas.
on canvas. Next up, we have.
Voluptuous. And he was like, well, how does this fit in? You know, to me, there's movement in all of us. And when I look at curves, it's movement. It's and as you move, your body dances.
That's right.
So, you know, she's standing still, but just with standing still, if you follow those patterns, your
Or
eyes
is she
go around,
standing still? She might not be standing still, you know. You might have
you
caught her.
know, but the patterns take you
Mhm.
around her body. You know, there's the movement in just holding still and paying attention to what's going on around you. Again, no features in the face. It's up to you to make a decision who this is and what is she thinking about. What is she thinking about in terms of what's going on today?
Mhm.
What are you thinking about?
So of the interplay of this work that is that is just amazing. It talks, it sings, it flows, it has notes, it has depth, it has interest. Yeah. And for those of you who are thinking about their walls and where you're going to hang a piece or where you're not going to hang a piece, we have in the gallery in Fells Point, that's the Frederick Douglass Isaac Myers Museum. The gallery is called the Bierman Gallery. It's a third floor gallery. And oh, hey, we've got place. We've got folk in the place. Thank you. Coming right here in the gallery. Up next, we have Altered Consciousness. It's an exhibition providing landscape scenery in soothing colors as visualization that opens a portal to all five senses. The work is curated to conjure up illusions of compassion and compassionate acts, to the challenge of racism and violence. It's all around us, but we don't have to fall victim to it. It's all around us, but we don't have to go down with it. It's all around us, but we can live in the melancholy to the music. So I guess with that, we've about come to the end of our broadcast, right? I guess with that, I'm just going to say thank you for hanging out with me this evening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I guess with that, we've been here hanging out with folk for a little over an hour. I don't know. That brings us to the end. I've been having a good time. Thank you again. Thank you again. And again, you can see Melancholy of the Music in the Frederick Douglass Isaac Myers Museum, 1417 Thames Street in Fells Point in Baltimore on this week. That gives you Wednesday, that gives you Thursday, that gives you Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And then it comes down. So be there or be square. Make sure that you check in on this stream because you can order this work. Is it fair to say that if anyone goes back to watch this, that they might be able to order this work between now and say Friday?
Correct.
You think that's fair? That's fair.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's fair. That's what we usually do in the art shop. So if you see something that you love and you see something that you want to come back to, it's not too late. You've got until Friday to check it out. With that being said, we get ready to.
Wow. Yeah, it is.
With that being And with that being said, we're getting ready to bid you adieu.